Hiya everyone, Amy here with Amy's Wares, and I'm so excited to share with you some stenciling with interference inks. Now this is the new Regal Doily. This is one of the February release at A Colorful Life Designs. I have some interference ink, and here is where we're going. I'm so excited to share this with you. So this is my first ever interference ink. I want to show you first of all how this works, because if you aren't familiar, this ink is kind of mind-blowing. Now I only got one to start because I wanted to see how I liked it. You can see it's got this pad that appears to be one color, but as you swipe across black and white, you get different colors. So that's why it shows that teal to purple on the front of the ink pad, because on black it will show that nice mauvey purple. On white it will show teal. So this is the teal twist, and this is what you get with interference inks. They're kind of like sorcery. I don't fully understand, but I'm going to take advantage. I have a panel of cardstock here that's half white and half black. It's 120 pound accent opaque, and then over half of it I just glued down some black heavyweight cardstock. And I'm going to use this new Regal Doily stencil because I feel like it's the perfect sort of design to kind of split right down the middle. So I'm just lining this up perfectly with the split of the cardstock, and I'm using my makeshift workstation to kind of hold the whole shebang down. Now I'm going to do some very simple ink blending, and I'm going to get two completely different colors for this design out of the one ink pad. Now this ink is a hybrid. It is partially dye and partially pigment. So I don't like to use anything that's hybrid or pigment with my blending brushes. So I grabbed a designated little foam and I just barely tapped it in there, and look at how juicy this is. I can't believe how much ink it laid down with just that one little quick press into the ink pad. So it seems like you don't need a lot. I don't know how quickly these dry up. It's probably not a bad idea to get a re-inker if you're collecting them, just because with them being pigment, they can kind of dry out a little bit quicker, but I am impressed at how juicy this is. So I'm just kind of twisting it, mindful not to rub back and forth because I don't want to lift up the stencil. I don't have any pixie spray or anything down, but this is working really easily, and it goes down well through the openings, and I'm not struggling at all to kind of lay down that ink. So here is the reveal. So exciting. It's purple on the black and teal on the white. I'm just going to lift this up and kind of turn it in the light so you can see how gorgeous it is. I'm going to show you a couple different times just because it kind of looks a little bit different as it dries. I feel like once it dried and you kind of turn it in the light, you can still see a little bit of the purple on the teal side if you turn it in the light, which just kind of adds to it. Now here I'm just going to use some tape runner and adhere this down onto a card base. Again, 120 pound accent opaque. I do have the panel die cut down with a stitched edge rectangle die, so there is a little bit of a white border. Here I'm showing you there is a little bit of rub off. I don't think it was entirely dry. I did come down kind of thick with it, you know, ink to paper like that, or ink pad to paper. But I think even when it dries, there is still a little bit of rub off, which you could remedy this by maybe sealing it with maybe a little bit of hairspray. I haven't tried this, or a fixative, but again, I never really use fixatives. I don't use them with my shimmer powders, and there's a little bit of rub off with those as well. So I just kind of don't go crazy and rub my hand all over it, and it's fine. But if you do have concerns, or you're creating, you know, a masterpiece that you want to keep for all times, then maybe consider some sort of a fixative. But again, I'm not too worried about it, and I did notice the more it dried, the less it rubbed off. So it's not a big deal to me, but just for full transparency, you will get a little bit of rub off with this metallic ink. Now here I'm shopping the sentiment book here. I did recently update it, flipping through, seeing what my options are. I don't really have a plan in mind. Per usual, my sentiment's a bit of an afterthought, so I'm just kind of flipping through and seeing what looks best. I'm kind of thinking black and white just because there's black and white on the card itself, and that kind of adds some drama to it. So I picked this Best Wishes. I can't remember the name of the company right off the top of my head, but I will link everything in the video description box below. Now I'm picking some card bling. Again, you can use my coupon for this, AmyFan10. So anything in the shop at A Colorful Life Designs except for Master Creator Bundles, be sure to use my coupon at checkout. I have Crystal Metallic Splash and Crystal Iris Purple Potion. Those are perfect matches for both sides. And that's going to finish the card. So thank you so much for spending time with me. Be sure to check out the rest of the February release. There's loads of awesome new unique stencils. And I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching.